Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon the series, the beginning episode talks, and here we are boys, the finale of the 6v6. Man, what a battle! What a battle. I mean, it was very one-sided and then just like not anymore, but that was the whole point of the episode. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. So it starts off with a double knockout. Yes, indeed, Gengar and Lapras are both knocked out. So then we get a field change and then Drake sends in his Venusaur. Mad respect, by the way. Love Venusaur myself. And then Ash sends in Tauros and he tries Fissure again. However, it doesn't work because he gets stuck in the sand. So then Venusaur charges up a Solar Beam. However, Tauros uses Takedown and the sand once again is a villain by stopping Tauros from being able to push Venusaur. So then he throws Venusaur into the air but still gets hit by the Solar Beam but does nothing. Sure, why not? And then we have a bunch of vines but a Takedown knocks out Venusaur. So then Electabuzz gets sent in and Ash like, I need a fresh Pokemon. Go Bulbasaur. I thought actually he was going to send in Charizard. I completely forgot about Bulbasaur. And then Tracy mentions level and I'm like, so now we're doing game things? Like, I don't get it. Like, are you sure Bulbasaur is an high enough level? I'm like, what did that idiot should have evolved twice already? What do you mean level? What? Squirtle shouldn't even be here because according to the level, he hasn't even reached level 16 yet. Come on, dude, don't even bring levels into this. But anyway, a Thunder Shock does nothing to Bulbasaur, obviously. So Bulbasaur fires back with a Razor Leaf, which then Electabuzz uses Thunderbolt. And then Bulbasaur uses Tackle straight into Electabuzz's Thunder Fist, and that knocks out, sadly enough, our little Bulbasaur. Embarrassing to be knocked out by an electric type attack. However, now then, let's bring in Charizard, who tries a flamethrower. However, Electabuzz dodges it and uses a Thunder Punch, and afterwards a Thunder, but Charizard shakes it off with an Ember, which, that was a weird one. Can we just call that thing Dragon Rage, please? Because Ember is just too pathetic. So then, Charizard goes in for Seismic Toss right before Thunder happens again, and obviously, as always happens, except for against the dead Dusclops, Seismic Toss gets the big W, and you love to see that kind of stuff. So now we are at the finale Pokemon, and Ash has only lost 2 Pokemon because we gotta make Dragonite look like a beast. Also, Electabuzz is the only Pokemon in this whole battle to get the swirly eyes. So then enter the Dragonite, and Water Gun stops Flamethrower, and then Dragonite fires Ice Beam, which Charizard dodges by going into the sky, but then Dragonite follows into the sky, and then we get a bit of a Flamethrower Ice Beam back to back until Charizard gets hit by the Ice Beam. Then Ash orders it to use Seismic Toss, which Dragonite dodges and then slams Charizard, and then afterwards a Dragon Rage Clash takes out Charizard, sadly enough. So now Squirtle gets sent in next. However, after a Thunderbolt and a Tail Slap, that idiot sadly enough gets knocked out as well, which can we just call that Slap Slam as well? I don't know how this works, but he keeps doing tail slaps and it annoys me. It's not a move yet, because I think actually there might be a move later on. Isn't that a move from Minchino? I remember a move, like I think it was introduced in Generation 5, where it's like some kind of like tail slap that hits like multiple times. Anyway, Team Rocket then interrupts to go after Dragonite, but Dragonite makes quick work of them, so that's not really a problem. So then next up we have Tauros, who gets sent in, and sadly enough Dragonite dodges the takedown and then goes in with a Body Slam. However, thanks to the sand, Tauros is able to absorb the Body Slam. However, sadly enough, a Thunder does take out Tauros. So now we have Pikachu, who is last, who starts off with an Agility, which once again gets stopped by the Tail Slap, and then afterwards Pikachu dodges a Hyper Beam by doing a Tail Jump and gets onto Dragonite's head, and then a single Thunder, because now Dragonite needs to recharge, but a single Thunder from Pikachu gets Ash the big W, boys! Yes, indeed. And if you have been paying attention, this idiot has used so far, I mean, I think I've actually skipped a couple of attacks, but still, used 10 moves. We have Hyper Beam, Water Gun, Ice Beam, Slam, Dragon Rage, Thunderbolt, Body Slam, the Skull Badge, Agility, and Thunder. 10 moves. What a cheating prick. I mean, it's not as bad as Lance having 3 underleveled Dragonites, but still, cheating prick. But Ash won, and he gets the winner's trophy. I'm so proud of my boy, and everyone wants to take this victory away from him, and I will not let that happen. You want to take this victory away from him, okay? I have seen it online over the years, people just being like, oh, Orange League is just not canon, or it doesn't count, or whatever. Shut it, okay? Ash beat a Dragonite with 10 moves. You don't get to talk anymore. We are done, okay? Conversation's over. This is very important, but I'm so proud of my boy. Fantastic job. So yeah, now that that is done, time to get back to Palatown. That is what's going to be next. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode, because I loved it very much. Yes, it is not as perfect as it should have been because of the fact that the animation has not really caught up to the whole being action-packed yet. But overall, I still thought it was pretty good. So, with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I do hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Turn on notifications. Don't forget, check out the Let's Play channel, link in the description and at the end of the video. And then next up, we have the goodbye. Hasta la vista, my beautiful lepras. Bye!